Hey guys, my name is Antonio Lamagidis, and today what I'm going to show you is that if you're a real estate company, a real estate agency, or a real estate agent, how you can utilize these types of softwares to find off-market properties and find some of the best opportunities in 2026. So let's jump right in. For what you're going to do is you're going to need a few different pieces of software. Of course, first you're going to need sixdegree.io. That's as simple as just going to sixdegree.io and then pressing enter. You'll need the pro plan for this because you'll need to download a lot of the content. Now, I see a lot of individuals and real estate agencies who use Zillow to find properties that are off market. Now, what a lot of these agents do is they will find a property that is off market. For example, there are lots here that do not have any listings here. For example, these guys are all off market. And they will get them revalued and resell them on the market. So, for example, if I'm an agency and I see that this property is worth 1.7 million currently, and I can go ahead and contact the owner, which in most cases is almost impossible to do so. What I'll do is I'll utilize a program like 6degree to find that person's information, give them a call, put them an offer that is a little bit discounted. So instead of offering them 1.7 million, which is market rate, we can offer them 1.3, 1.5 million. And then once acquired, we can go ahead and relist it for an additional $200,000-$300,000 with a specific margin. In both cases, we're increasing our overall portfolio if we're a real estate agent. And secondly, we are actually potentially sometimes getting a profit if there is a sale using financing. So here's the easy way to do it. So essentially what I want to do here is I want to find out information in Scottsdale, right? So in this case, I'm just using Scottsdale as an example because there's some fantastic houses around this area, particularly on Scottsdale True North, and we can find some high net worth individuals that might want to be able to talk to us. You can see here that on these ones, there are a lot of properties with their listing sales. So if I'm a real estate agent, I want to find out their contact information. I want to find out where they live and who lives there. So I go to 6degree and I just type in the box down here. It's just underneath me. You can't see it. But what I'm going to say is I'm looking for in Scottsdale. I'm looking for men in Scottsdale, Arizona with a house worth over $1 million. So what that's going to do is it's going to find me all those individuals and it's going to pop them in a list. And the data is incredibly fresh. So we'll go ahead and see that. It's automatically found them. Fantastic. And we can see up here, this is exactly what we're looking for. Let's see, let's choose True North. Here we go. So True North, you have a couple of individuals here, but we were just looking at, we've got one right there. And what we can do is we can click these individuals and we have all of their information. So as a real estate company or an agency, what I would want to do is I would want this information and I'd want to reach out to these individuals because a lot of the times these properties are off market. So in this case, there is this individual here. Let's see if we can find him. Lives right there, right across this section here. So he's right here on True North Drive. Let's see True North Drive. Let's take a look here. Where is that? True North Drive. True North Drive. Here we go. It's around that corner. Okay, so it's around that corner. So here we go. It's this house right there. Okay, so now we found the house right there. True North Drive, which is this one right there, which is right there. Pop down. There he is. So in this case, the individual is a $2.6 million property that is not listed on the market. So as a real estate agency, this would be a good opportunity for me to want to contact the owners and to find out what they're potentially looking at selling this, right? So I've specifically specified on 6degree for individuals over a certain age, because sometimes individuals over a certain age are more likely to want to sell their properties. So in this case, this is this individual. I'll have to blur out this information. But we can see that it has the phone number, and the phone number has been verified as incorrect. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to find a piece of information here where the information is correct. So what we can do is let's pop over and let's look for a bunch of other ones. Nope, not correct. Invalid. Invalid. Down here. How about down this way? Let's check. We've got a lot of people in this area. Here we go. So we've got an email here that is valid and verified. So a lot of the times the phone numbers will be incorrect, but we can get them verified as well, just on other ways of finding this information. So, but at least it has a feature that allows you to verify this information right away. So you don't have to worry about if it's correct or if it's not correct. So in this case, LS Brown, etc., lives in this specific address here. So what we do is we grab this address, then we go to Zillow here. We can pop it down there and find the exact property. So we go to $1.4 million property here. That's great. So, and because we have all of this information are available, we can see that it owns to this specific individual here. So we can see that they live there, they're this age, they have their specific information there that we can go ahead and contact them on. And we have a background profile button as well. We can click if their information may be incorrect and we're like adamant on getting that specific individual. So what we'll do is normally, if we're an agency, what we do is we can just download this entire CSV file because we'd like to do it en masse because we want to get a wide spread of information in the area. So what we do is we download this information and it's automatically formatted. In this case, it looks like this, but we can go ahead and put this in an Excel file. So when you put this in an Excel file, it's automatically formatted with their phone number. I like to use another program called Ringover, and I like to pop this in a power dialer. So if I were the agency owner at this point, I would go over to any type of dialing software. You can use any software. In this case, I'm just utilizing Ringover as an example to show you the types of things you can do here. And you click the power dialer section. From there, you can just add a file, the one that we just downloaded here. And we can go ahead and just go all the way to phone number column, which is right here. You can see that some of them are empty. We can specify on 6degree to only show us information with phone numbers that are valid. And that way it saves us a lot of time in just stopping a lot of, here and there with trying to get information correct. So in this case, we'll just import them all. And you can see that it's added them all here. So you can see the errors are automatically taken away and the ones that are correct are automatically formatted. So there we go. We've got it all nice and formatted here for us. So then from there, we just call the list and we start reaching out to these individuals one by one. Additionally, we can also pop the information directly into an email campaign as well. I don't mind utilizing cold campaign outreach software like Instantly as well. I'm not sponsored by them, but I do use it on a daily basis. So I have to state that it is a good piece of software that I use day to day when reaching out to my clients. And the opportunities here can be potentially limitless, right? So in this case, this is just an example of how a real estate agency or a real estate agent could utilize this software such as 6degree to find off-market properties and to find individuals who may be interested in selling their property. But again, it's a great tool to utilize, and hopefully you guys can see the value in that. Anyways, that's going to be it for it today. Let me know what you think in the comment section below and how you'd also utilize the software, any business opportunities that you might have when it comes to these types of information that we can utilize nowadays, because it's crazy, insane, and super valuable. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks again for watching.